All right, so we're going to make some quesadillas now.
Yeah, but I want to change it up a little bit because I think we always think about the tradition. So what I've done is a steak, broccoli, and blue cheese quesadilla.
Yum.
Like that. Now the thing is though, you could use that curry chicken like we talked about, flake it down.
Yes, you could.
But what I've done is just my steaks, and you can use your Montreal steak spice or whatever. I've just done some peppercorns, some sumac, some whatever. But just grind it down and then just, you know, just basically push it on top, and then a nice hot pan and just let it sear away, right? Just got a little quiet there. But no, but the thing is, what I like to do though is with this is get a good pan like this because you don't need to put any oil on it.
Yeah.
And I find that, you know, in the summertime you don't want to get the oven on and stuff like that. So what I do is I just put it on one side, leave it for about 2-3 minutes. After about 2-3 minutes, turn it over, just push it off, and then they'll cook, and that's it, right?
Very nice. But so no oil needed.
No, no oil, because you got a nice Teflon, right? Well, good surface on your pan, right?
Good. It'll toast the peppercorns as well.
Yeah, and you'll end up with a nice, basically pepper steak like this. So I'll cook it down, let it cool, slice it, and away you go.
Slice nice and thin, because of course you're putting it in a quesadilla. You don't necessarily want huge chunks of meat.
Well, I was making them the other day, and everybody was saying that I'm overstacking them, but yeah, come on.
What are they talking about?
So I've just got some sliced red onion here. Now here's the thing, everybody puts their steak or their chicken in there as well. I tend to not do that because you don't get good enough. So you can't control it. Yeah. So red onion, some nice cherry tomatoes or any kind of tomato you want, but I like the the cherry ones to give it more texture. We're gonna get the pepper coming up now. Some blanched broccoli florets in there.
Lovely.
Again, you got to cut them down small because we want to be able to crush it between the tortilla wraps.
Right.
Grilled artichoke.
Ooh, nice touch.
Yeah, this is great. You can buy the jarred ones if you want to just grill them up, or you can buy whole ones if you're good at doing that. But great flavor in there, and great with steak, right?
Grilling them gives them that extra little
bite to it, right?
Bite, yeah.
Still beauty flavor.
Blue cheese. Like I've got a nice diced blue Benedictine here, but you can use any cheese you want. Now here's the thing though, a lot of these quesadillas have like a cheddar or mozzarella or something that melts down really well. The blue cheese, I've diced up chunky like this because I want it to have pieces in there. Okay. The only problem is when you put it into your quesadilla, it doesn't really stick it. I have a solution for that, of course I do.
I love this. I like this.
He's thought of all this.
So we've got that. You take your wrap, and then you dump the whole thing. No. But this is where it gets crazy, right? But you got to kind of like really pile it in there, and you kind of try to keep it a little bit away from the edges because when you crush it, it's going to happen. It's going to push out.
Right. Okay. It really is just a fine science here.
Oh yeah, for sure. Make sure there's lots of stuff. I like this because you can control what goes in there.
Right.
But the reason I do the steak separately is because now I can make sure that every bite I get is going to have some steak in there.
Right next to the blue cheese.
Yeah.
This is important.
See, it's very important. The steak has to go right beside the blue cheese.
Oh,
yeah, you want to get two of those flavors together.
Exactly.
Right? But now if I fold this over and crimp it, it's going to cook. I'm just going to steal that rag.
Yep.
But then it's probably going to fall apart a little bit. So what I've done is taken some Parmesan cheese. Bring a little saltiness to it, right?
This is the key.
Look at these guys. Look at that. Whoa.
They're good.
See how I would just do that? Push it off and let the pan do the rest of the work.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
So Parmesan, I'm going to spread this right over top, and this is going to melt and help everything stick together. Look at that.
So now are you just going to fold that, or are you going to put a whole other tortilla on top?
I'm going to fold it.
You're going to fold it.
Believe it or not. I forgot the walnuts,
I feel like it's not all going to fit. That's what I'm thinking.
That's what I brought Randy for. He's got the big muscles, right?
No, we'll make that fit, for sure.
Here we go. So crimp it down like that.
Oh,
yeah.
All right, look at that.
I don't know if it's going to fit in the portion size.
I don't know.
We have to crimp it again.
That's going to work.
Two of these proportion.
Yeah.
But you push it down like that. Now you can spray it with a little bit of the non-stick if you want more of a crispy coating, but I think if you just get a panini press rather than doing it on the barbecue, nice and hot, right? Now I always find a lot of people struggle to get it there, so these guys are great. Right over there like that.
That's perfect.
Look at that. You need a team of two to do this.
That's right.
Don't try this at home, folks.
Okay. But the other thing is, these panini presses are not heavy enough, so you gotta, push them down.
You gotta lean on it.
In fact, you know
Go
that
ahead,
pot that we
push
had?
on it.
Okay, ready? Okay, come on, get on here.
There's a lot in there.
You're like Hulk Hogan.
There you go.
Okay, now you wait about half an hour, or you take the one from. But what you end up with is that. Look at that.
Oh, that looks
Isn't that
beautiful.
awesome? And it does crimp down. That's why you don't put enough in. It's going to be like this thin, right?
Okay, you got a good point.
Yeah. And then I
can't believe they ever accused you of overstuffing.
I know, it's crazy.
I was on the same page with them until just now, because that worked out perfectly.
So I think it's a really easy way. You can customize it any way you want. But blue cheese, walnuts, steak is a fantastic way to go. But think about your accompaniments to go with it too, because you've got your traditional. You put a little bit of sour cream on there, right? You got some of the salsa that you want to go with that. I'm going to make it to the jar without making a mess, right? But then I thought steak needs a bit of horseradish.
I love it.
So
yeah,
let's put a
men and their
nice.
horseradish.
Oh, yeah.
I don't really get it.
Look at that. Oh.
Yeah,
you know
guys
what?
love it.
Put a little bit more horseradish on there.
Oh, I guess.
But that is
Look,
a good
Randy,
quesadilla.
another plating option.
See,
saw
there you
that.
go,
Look at
right?
that.
Yeah. That's the English,
Easy.
English
That's
wasabi
beautiful.
right there.
Nice.
The horseradish.
Is that what it's
That's exactly
all
what's
about?
going on
Okay,
there.
well, this
Perfect
recipe's on our
blue
website,
cheese.
cityline.ca. We're headed to break. Stay with us.
Gorgeous.